Oh. It was awesome. It never stood a chance.
All right, let's get started. We're back. Been a while, it feels like. I think it was only a week, but man, does it feel like a lot longer than that. So you guys have decided to go ahead and raid a slaver's compound. At this point, you seem to have pretty much taken care of what guards there are, at least the guards they're resisting. And we pick up now with you guys beginning to now explore throughout this particular compound. So starting with that, what do you guys like to do?
I think I'm stunned for a few minutes, so I'm going to let everyone else say what they're going to do first.
Yes, you are. Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait until he's no longer stunned, so I'll chill for a second.
Okay. It was 3 minutes, so. I think the cat doesn't know that we're done necessarily and is still climbing the ladder.
He had finished climbing the ladder and effectively curb stomped the guard that was up there.
Okay. By the time he catches up, I guess we could all be good, man. When I come to and kind of get my wits about me, I'm going to ask Ace where he thinks the mess hall is. And I'm going to go looking. That it? Nobody else going to say anything?
Nope.
Or do anything?
I have to climb a freaking ladder again.
You already came back to us. We're not in turn order.
Nope. No, not in turn order at this point.
And you had 3 minutes
to climb a ladder.
You had 3 minutes to climb down and walk around a building. I think you caught up to us before I started moving.
So that door there is basically a big overhead door.
Like a roll-up door?
Yep.
Alright. Well, I don't think that would be the mess hall. I'm gonna come over here. What about this door?
Oh, that's a normal door. It's a locked
I will
normal
pick
door.
the door. I will pick the door,
All right.
not with my gun this time.
Yeah, go ahead and roll lock picking.
Variable lockpick. I just have to remember what benefit it gives me.
Yeah. I wonder if it's...
I'm assuming it's a mechanical lock, not a digital.
Correct. It is a mechanical.
I gives plus
Plus
4
4
to mechanical lock. Okay. Lock picking.
And being a standard lock, there are no penalties for the lock itself.
That was a horrible roll. Success by 3.
But you know what? It was still successful.
It
So it may take you a few seconds longer than it feels like it should have, but the door is now unlocked.
All right. Then I will open it and I will go inside.
Okay. So the area you step into would be the mess hall. There'd be a wall somewhere about the middle of it. Not the whole building's mess hall, but at least the section that you're in right now is mess hall. And there's some doors that go back to other stuff.
All right. I am looking for an apple. or some sort of fruit that I can pick up and eat.
Let's see here.
Preferably with a little crunch to it.
You are not seeing anything, at least on the tables. The tables are pretty much cleared.
Where's the kitchen area? I'm assuming it's the back half of the building.
Pretty good assumption. As you go and start exploring back, sure enough, there's about 3 doors that come off of this, and one of them does indeed lead into a kitchen area.
Kitchen and or pantry. Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So you go to the kitchen, and the kitchen would be attached to like a pantry that would have what you're looking for. And you would be able to find an assortment of, we'll call them space fruits.
I like space fruits. Alright. Anything that is apple-like?
In terms of like texture, appearance is maybe not quite the same, different color, a little bit different shape, but close.
You find a pear.
Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want something that's going to have a similar texture and be tasty.
Yeah.
Preferably something that I recognize.
Yeah, there would be.
Okay. I'll grab one of those. Yeah, I'll grab 2 of those. I assume the cat doesn't want to walk around carrying one. I assume the cat doesn't walk around eating one. So I'll grab 2, 1 for each hand, and I'll walk back out and assume that
I'm primarily a carnivore.
Hence his assumption.
So I will assume that Hibbo will actually leave that building instead of just staring at his final kill. And I'll toss him one.
I'm taking it all in.
And I'll toss him the other one. And then I'm going to keep looking to see if I can get into the other buildings. And I will zigzag my entire way. Then I'll walk over this way.
I can't see anything y'all are doing. This is fun.
Then move yourself.
Bruh.
Alright, so that is the only door into this warehouse area.
Yep.
How does it look like it opens? I mean, it rolls up and down, but how does it look like they get in?
There is a electronic panel for it.
Can I lockpick said electronic panel with my electronic lockpicks? Alright. I spent $1,500 on these lockpicks. They better be useful at some point. They give a +3 to lockpicking and electronic operations security.
Okay.
Which one am I using here?
This one is electronic security.
I need to put a point in that still. Is that a -2 or a -4 to other electronic operations? Or is it not any of the above?
Let's go look up electric operations. And once again, we test if I know my alphabet. Alright. This one is security. Specialties default to one another at -4.
Alright. So +3 -4. So, okay, yeah, that'll make my skill 13. Okay. Ooh, success. By nothing.
By nothing. Success by 0 is still a success. Especially when it's not a quick contest. So, as you go and you sit down, you take a couple of minutes, fiddling with it. At one point, you have this moment of panic as you go, did I just like perma-lock it? But then, nope. You figure out what you did, and a couple more, get the right wires crossed, and with a click, the door unlatches and rolls out. Inside,
What do I see?
it's basically like a big garage. So what you see is pretty much right in this area here. There's a large kind of 8-wheeled all-terrain vehicle. Then the other half over here is basically just storage crates, likes.
Would the vehicle fit on our ship?
It would.
All right. I gotta look through all the crates to see if there's anything of value, and I will start loading it into the vehicle. I'll tell the cat to
Okay.
help me. I'll point at crates to tell him to load in the vehicle. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get many of the crates in it. In fact, I believe it's. Why am I searching that? I must be brain dead or something today. Good grief. All right. Well, there are a table of contents that will help me here. There we go. All right. There we are. Jump to where's the journals? Not journals. No. Where is it? Yes, journals. Guides. There we go. All right, I need. All right, let's see here. Now, do I remember how to show this to all of you guys? Nope. Show players. See if this works. See if this opens to the right place. Nope, I don't think it did.
You open up the
Alright.
basic set guide, campaign
Yeah.
guide.
So Ultratech page 225, wheeled ATV is what it is.
Okay. Huh. When I click Ultratech, it says I'm looking at page 0 out of 0. That could be part of the problem.
That's not ideal. I don't know if it's... It says it should be inherited. Which I think is the same as all the rest.
Well, when I look at basic set campaigns and characters, it says 0 out of 0 also.
Oh!
They all say
Okay.
0 out of 0. I just hadn't looked at those yet.
You are set as observer, so you should be able to see those.
What did you say this was? A dynamic car?
Wheeled ATV.
Or a wheeled ATV. It's in the grid, it's just not up above. Okay. Oh no, it is up above. It's up above the personal vehicle section.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Now I can see it. Whatever you just did fixed it.
I did absolutely nothing.
Whatever you just did, just fixed it. What would I have to roll to know how much this is worth?
Ooh. That's probably getting into the realm of maybe merchant?
Should have a point in merchant. I don't think I have a point. I think I just have it on my sheet as default. I thought I had a point.
Yeah, I would probably
Alright.
have you roll merchant for it.
I know what my next big point buy is going to be. And it's wild talent. Alright, I'll roll merchant. I am no longer stunned, though.
Nope.
Delete stunned, yes. Where is it? The odds are against me, guys. Ooh, success by 1!
Yeah, you got
The
a feel
dice
for
like
what
me
it probably
tonight,
is
guys.
worth.
I don't need to know the exact number, but I could at least know that it's probably
You know-
worth a lot more than our armor is.
You know, it's up there in value. Yeah.
And that this probably would be something useful to have on our ship.
Probably. Especially if you end up
So-
exploring planets and the like.
If Hiba ever shows up over here to look at it, I'll start acting like I'm a used car salesman selling it to him. Just
Can't wait to
making
say
up
I'm there.
statistics
I'm
about
just
it.
there in spirit.
Just making
I'm
up
still admiring
statistics.
my last kill.
Come waltzing in, like, the hell is this?
To be fair, as Hiba came into that room, he saw me do a basically bicycle kick on a grenade to kick it back at the guy that threw it at me. And then both of us just stopped moving for however long it took him to do what he was doing. Everyone else just stopped moving. "30 atmospheres of pressure, full life support inside with radiation resistance. Airlock. A large radio. Ooh, could we reach back to the ship with this radio?
You would be able to. Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna call back to the ship and let them know that I think we've got everyone here. We're about to release the prisoners.
Are we though?
we gotta get our money's worth first. Technically, though, I think we could drive this back and forth a few times. The vehicle is has a range of 500 miles. So if we really wanted to, we could probably use this to drive the prisoners back, and then come back and load up on more goods and come back and forth.
I'd be
Is
far
there-
more inclined for that.
Is there supplies in here that we could use to patch up our ship?
There are.
Ooh.
Okay, those
now
can
we're
go
getting
last.
Some juicy stuff.
Those can go last. Was there any valuable?
As in, like, straight monetary commodities? Not really.
Okay. Was there anything else useful to us? Or is it mostly just the ship repair parts in the vehicle?
Looking through it, there are some crates that potentially may have some military type equipment in it that are particularly of interest.
I would take anything military, and bring it with us. And I would check it for any sort of bugs or tracking devices on them when I do so.
Don't we have a vehicle?
We do.
Yes, that's what I just said. That's what we're
That's
grabbing.
needed
We just
right
got
now.
one.
So we're gonna grab the vehicle and load it up with all the military stuff, yeah?
You haven't been listening, have you?
That's literally what we've been doing.
Yes. And
My
we're
brain
checking
is
it for
trying to
tracking.
have multiple conversations at once.
That doesn't work very
I'll be
well.
honest.
I don't know how to help you, bud.
How do you tell a woman to leave you alone for 5 hours?
Just stop responding.
That usually doesn't work for me.
Oh, it will. Especially if you just turn off whatever messaging service you're using.
Discord.
Mute that conversation.
Hey, you're asking too much. Can't do that.
You can mute conversations for X period. Yeah, I just muted Hibba for the next hour.
Hey now.
Probably deserved it.
Wow.
Rude.
So, I'm just trying to read this. Okay. Well, anything military, I will have the cat start loading up, and then I'm gonna drag Hibba with me, and we're gonna come over here. And I'm not
Who is
going
this
to
kid
just.
that you speak of?
I'm not just gonna run through the fence like I did last time. I'm gonna go around to the entrance. And I'm gonna open the fence. Okay, I'm gonna pick the lock. I'm assuming it's a mechanical lock.
These are mechanical, yeah.
Watch, this is gonna be the roll that I fail. Nope, made by 6. I'm gonna do it again. Well, gotta double check. Yeah, I figured. Still gotta check first, though. I don't want to pull a critical roll. Success by 8.
Alright.
And I'm assuming another one.
Yep.
Yep.
This one is
Mechanical or electric?
This one is electronic, but or rather I should say there is no visible lock from here.
Okay. We'll go around, look around, see if I can see anything. I don't see anything. Did I see any sort of like control panel anywhere else in the area? Since I've been through all of the buildings?
Well, pedantically, you haven't been through all of one of them per se, in terms of what you have described of what you've been doing.
Oh, the one where we killed the guy?
The other one that had the mess hall.
Okay. How many? Well, I guess I might not have looked through one of the 2 rooms when I was, because I found the pantry / kitchen too soon. All right.
Pretty much.
Hibba, go look. Fine. Ace, go look through the other 2 rooms that I didn't look through in the mess hall.
Okay. I'm gonna go
There's a
through the
button
other
somewhere.
rooms.
There's a button somewhere to open this door.
I will search for the button.
Can I turn my Morphax into a crowbar and just start trying to crowbar the door open?
Sure.
If it can be a long-handled axe and adds, I figure it can be a crowbar, right?
Yeah.
Or a pick?
Is the
Given
door
my
the kind
low
that
strength, I
would
don't
withstand the blast of plastic explosive?
I don't want to damage the people inside, or I would use my gun. Stay away with your explosives.
I would just use a tiny bit.
Stay away with your explosives.
Never let me have any fun.
You're having fun loading military equipment into our new 8-wheeler.
Your new 8-wheeler?
He
Yeah.
said hour.
No, he just said it's mine, so now it's mine.
Sorry,
Dang it, Cat.
I'm the one who's gonna be doing all the engine work on this sucker.
Dang it, cat.
This is my tank.
You already got a
I'm
vehicle.
the one who does the engine work. It is my tank. I don't care if it doesn't have the treads. It's a tank. It just got wheels.
That's that. Oh. There it is. Okay. To try to pry it open with the pry bar, you're going to be at strength -5.
I kind of figured. That's why I sent him before I started trying.
Thanks.
Fail by 3. Because I knew I would fail.
Okay, Ace.
Hey. Yeah.
As you're looking through it, you don't find a button per se, but you do find a room that looks like an office, and in that office there is a computer terminal. And
Ooh.
something tells you that terminal is probably has the controls for the actual cells.
I know nothing about computers, so I'm going to defer to. I'm going to go get what's his nuts, Mr. Lucky. And
As he's doing that, as he's grabbing me, I want to do it right as he's getting to me. I want to transform my Morphex into a pick and just try to, or an ads, and just try to force my way through the door. An adsy or ads, whatever you call it.
Yeah, so that's going to be rolling an actual attack. Yeah. That'd be what, club? Be a skill for that?
Or actually, let's use an axe. Let's use an axe.
Use an axe?
It'll be a long-handled axe. Those stats are easier.
Okay. I'm just scrolling down to my materials table here, so I know what its DR and HP is.
Yep. I'm finding the actual long-handled axe stat block. Guess great axe would be close. That's heavier than it is, though. Yeah. Yeah, it's about the. Yeah, that's about right.
Alright, so let's do math here.
It does swing plus 3 cutting damage.
Okay.
But I also have to use the skill, I assume. But I also have a non-moving target, so I think I get a bonus for that.
Yeah, there is something for it being completely stationary and undodging, but I don't remember what it is. It might just be 0 on the speed range table.
Oh, actually, yeah, that would probably be the fastest way to find it is...
Yeah, it looks like it's just 0.
It is... Well...
It's just, what's this? Yeah, it effectively would be a 0.
Um... I'm guessing there's going to be a size modifier for it being larger than a human.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
And then I can give it...
I think it's the size
full telegraphic
modifier.
control.
I think it's giving you I think it's +1.
Here. Size modifier,
Yeah.
let's see. 3 meters tall, 3 yards, 9 feet tall. Yeah, that's probably a door.
Yeah. Yeah,
If it's
I'm
taller
saying
than 9
+1
feet,
on
then
that.
it'd be +2. But... Alright. Then I will give it a telegraphic attack.
Okay.
With +4. And an all-out attack determined. And I will take my time to aim at it, or evaluate, I think is the term, for melee.
For melee, yeah, it's evaluate.
For 3 seconds
Oh,
to give
man,
myself
you have
another
some-
+3.
Here are some words that are coming back.
Now, I think it's at DX -4, I think is what axes are. Find it again. So there it is. DX -5. So -5 DX. I think I'll hit it. Critical success.
Okay, let's see what happened with that. And I'm already down in the table section. That's helpful. Of course, I go and scrolling the wrong way.
Of course.
All right. Critical hit. What was that? Okay. 12. Normal damage. If the victim drops anything he is holding, regardless of whether any damage penetrates the R. Okay. So if the door was holding something, it would have dropped it.
It was holding its lock. I say that should mean that it unlocks.
You know, given the fact that you're a serendipitous person, it just so happens to happen that as you smack into it and it hits it, something just jostles just right, and that door just kind of starts to creep open and swing just a little bit.
It also accepts 10 points of damage.
Which barely
Minus
even
whatever
puts
DR.
this barely puts any scratch on it.
Which is even better, because it's like I did maximum damage and barely dented it, and somehow still it opened. Right as Ace walked up.
To let you know, its DR is like 230.
I figured I was never going to get past its DR. I like scratched it, and it opens as Ace walks up.
I should unlock that for you. Not that there's much to actually see in the building, because I was lazy and didn't do any of the insides of any of them.
It would have been a lot of work for 5 seconds of enjoyment.
That was, yeah, kind of what I thought. So, but walking in, you find yourself in basically a concrete building, concrete walls. Immediately to your right, there's basically a guard post that's at the moment vacant. Then beyond that, there are basically a metal bar area that leads in further. For you, basically, it's easy enough to just walk around to the guard post. You know, push the buzzer basically to open it up, and from there also, it's got the controls for all the different doors in it. So I guess the question
I'm gonna
is,
yell. Anyone in here?
Okay. So as you go into it, what effectively the layout of this is it's basically this top floor is kind of like cafeteria, exercise room, that sort of stuff. And the actual cells are actually on floors below it underground. And there's 2 floors worth.
Oh, it's a bunker.
It's actually a bunker.
Is there a button that releases all of them on the computer?
Basically, there's buttons for all of them, and you just have to go.
Alright, what was that again?
I want to line it up, so I just flick across the keyboard and it works.
All right.
And get them as quickly as I can in succession.
All right, so you go and start flipping all the doors, and you can hear them all electromechanically sliding open, clanking.
And I'm going to go over to the door. Can I tell now if they would be able to make it out once I open the door to the downstairs, I assume?
Presumably, yeah.
I will go to the door, open it, and yell, "Grab anything you want to take! Anything you want to keep, bring it with you, come on up!" And I will stand there with my long axe over my shoulder, my left arm's armor just completely melted off. My armor everywhere pretty well melted, but completely undamaged. Singed a little bit, but completely undamaged. Standing there with a long axe.
At
And
first,
just wait for them to come up.
At first, there's pause, hesitancy, but slowly, a couple poke their head up and kind of suspicious curiosity, and
Go wait over there, and I'll point them to a corner to go wait.
it doesn't take long before the realization that this is not like a joke or a trap. This seems to be real. Seems to be starting to go through it, and these largely various humanoid alien creatures begin coming up and congregating. You try
Did
to
we
kind of keep
bring
them.
the newbie, the new pet we got, that fox pet or whatever his name was?
From what I recall, no.
Okay. As they're coming through, I'm gonna radio to the cat and say, "Hey, cat, patch me through to the ship through the car." I'll say through my car.
Well,
That's
Gizmo.
radio jargon.
What roll electronics operation communications?
What does that default to? Because I can guarantee I don't have it.
I bet it's
think
IQ minus 5.
I think it's IQ minus 5.
Because security was minus 5, so I'm assuming so is that.
All right,
I'm going to try, I'm going to fail, and at the same time, I'm going to say, you are asking a mechanic to mess with computer bullcrap. Come over here and do it yourself, for Pete's sakes. I'm trying to load all the heavy crap onto here.
I mute my radio.
That tracks.
The moment he starts saying you are asking a mechanic, I just mute it. I'll turn it back on after like a minute and a half and hear him just still ranting, so I'll just mute it again. Like, okay, he failed.
At that point, I'm not even in English. I'm in cat speak.
So, once they stop showing up top, I'm gonna ask, is that everyone?
There's murmurs of yes that seem to be kind of running through the mall.
You know where the warehouse is?
Kind of getting kind of same kind of yeah, we know. Yep.
All right, go over there. You can jump it. Well, how many are you?
There's
can
about
they all fit
40
in
of
my
them.
car? Yeah, they can't all fit in my car. All right, go wait over there. We'll start ferrying you out, and I'll follow them out into the warehouse. And then what was that? Whatever the fox dude's name was. I assume he's a fox dude. He had a fluffy tail. I know. Whatever fluffy tailed name was, I'll ask anybody know, and use his name.
Yeah, it was Shumune. Very similar appearing, though female. One would come up to you and ask you if you know where he is.
All right, you're on the first trip. You can get in the car first. We'll take you to him.
Just one of these. I don't know if one of them will fit in your car.
Are they big? Like that huge?
One of them is.
Okay.
He can ride on top. We can strap him on. It's fine.
I'm thinking he's straight up too
Man.
heavy. Not just too
It-
big,
it
too
has-
heavy.
It has a pretty high limit.
You're asking Naruto's Ninetales spirit to jump on top of our car.
What is it?
It says it's a load 10, whatever that means. I don't know how to read the car tables.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've tried to read them.
For a key to vehicle statistics, B462. So in basic set 462.
Because yeah, load weight. It is in tons. So yeah, so it's good.
Yeah, if he's
10
bigger
tons.
than 10 tons, I think that might be excessive.
No, not that big. Well,
Yeah.
so load is the weight in tons, occupants and cargo the vehicle can carry. And he actually does
Load.
exceed. And he does exceed that.
He's heavier than 2 tons?
Is it 2 tons? I thought it was 1 ton.
It's 2 tons.
2 tons. Okay, so he does not exceed 2 tons.
Okay.
The
So
dude is
he
like
will be
13 feet
last.
tall.
He will be last. And we'll come grab him on after we've grabbed everything else.
Yeah, he's like 13 feet tall and weighs like 3,000 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot. But this is a +5 size modifier vehicle, so what is +9 PVS on the? See, that was the occupancy. Oh, pressure support. Okay, sealed pressure support vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we can fit 10 per trip, including driver. Okay.
Now, notably, when he sees Gizmo, he's going to run up to Gizmo, yell "Kitty," and go and attempt to pick you up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm locked inside of a mech suit.
Yeah, that thing's puny to him.
He doesn't care.
He can pick you and your mech suit up in one arm. Yeah, this vehicle does have 100 strength, if that helps.
Wait, no. Okay, this is my life now. I quickly just unbuckle and hit the eject buttons. Because I'd rather the mech not be destroyed by... I'm just like, okay, he can... This box is too big for me to incapacitate.
He has about 10 times the weight of Ace. Or Bill.
I have an expression of unamusement the entire
Perfect.
time. Just like, this is my life. I do not like this.
Perfect.
Congratulations, you now have grease-stained cat fur all over your paws.
Okay, so that's how that works.
Enjoy having oily fingers.
Okay. I now understand how vehicles work. I've never actually looked into them before.
And I will repeatedly ask him to kindly set me back down.
When he has satisfied stroke petting you very, very gently on the head, he goes ahead and sets you back down and begins to help you moving stuff.
I don't normally like that sort of thing, but you know what? For a massive as fuck creature, you actually are very gentle, so. Granted,
I'm
I'm only
assuming-
saying you're massive because, relatively speaking, you are way too tall.
I'm assuming I could not put a point into driving at this point.
Not at this point.
I figured.
I don't know how to drive! I'm a cat.
I don't think any of you know how to drive.
No, but I'm our best bet at it.
I know
It's
how
still
to
not gonna
fix
be
the
pretty.
darn thing, but I don't know how to drive it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty, but I can drive. I'll probably be the best driver because it can be IQ based.
And it would be in this case.
What is the cat's dex? That's the other option.
14.
Cat, what's your dex? Okay. You might actually be as good as I am at it for now.
At driving?
What's your guys' dex?
My dex is 10.
I think. Is mine higher?
Would...
I can't look at your sheet anymore, so you have to answer it yourself.
Don't I have a skill in piloting?
I have
for
piloting, it
battle
doesn't help.
suits?
Doesn't help.
No.
Actually, read the skill. Yeah, these will be dex. This will be dex based. Reading the skill.
Cool.
Okay, yep.
Driving heavy wheeled. So DX minus
I have a lot of
5.
dex.
Knowing where to go is IQ based driving.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you want me
So
to
you're
do
gonna
it?
need me. What's that?
I have an 11 dex. You want me to do it?
Oh no, the cat's gonna do it because he has a 14 dex.
I'm gonna
Oh, yeah.
drive.
Absolutely should be.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna drive, but can I have somebody act as my navigator?
Yes, you'll have me act as your navigator because you are gonna get us lost otherwise.
Yep. You're both gonna get to make driving heavy wheeled rolls.
Yep.
Which is a DX minus...
5.
5.
Okay. And Bill?
Oh, minus 5. IQ. I do want to point out, his would have been worse.
But I missed it by less.
Yes, but if you had to make the IQ based one, you would have missed it by even more.
Alright, so you guys begin to go ahead, drive out. Speed,
Oh wait,
An
wait.
electric-
Actually, I get a bonus to that because this vehicle has a compass built in, which might be enough.
Is this a lengthy process?
Also, is there any like roads going out of here, or is it just straight jungle?
there is a road. However, it's going in the wrong direction.
I assumed it went in the wrong direction, but I might want to check that out later while the cat fixes the ship. Like next week when I have a point in driving.
Next week when I have a point in driving.
Can I also put a point in driving for kicks and giggles?
You can do whatever you want.
At the end of the session,
Cool.
absolutely.
All right,
Awesome.
quality bonus. Air, land, and sea. I get a TL divided by 2 bonus. So plus 5.
That's
So
plus
that would have
5.
made me a succeed by 1.
Succeed by 1. Yep. Okay. So very roughly, it is a lot of Bill saying, "Go there, go there. No, no, there, over there. No, over that way."
That fits so well with Bill.
That's-
That fits so well with Bill.
That's a tree.
Me and my mech suits just actively spamming different buttons and levers and such, and the cat's going crazy in the mech suit, trying to control it. Don't hit the tree.
So long story short, you will eventually get there, but
It just takes.
it takes far longer than it should have.
I just want to make the point that we haven't talked to Bree since we cleared the area. I just like to envision she just walked back and beat us there.
No, she's still sitting there, where she
Okay.
was.
Okay.
She has
Well,
not
as
moved.
we're leaving, I am going to get on the radio and say, "Hey, Bree, we're taking the first trip of prisoners back, but if you want to go in, you can go chat with the prisoners instead of hanging out by yourself out there, or you can walk back either way. But we got a cool vehicle.
She's
but
gonna
the
let
cat
you
can't
know
drive.
she can't walk.
Oh. I'm going to tell the cat to go over next to her, and we're going to pick her up.
I'm going to attempt to do so, but I'm going to park like a good 20 meters away.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you get close. I'm going to ask her while this happens, because it probably takes him like 10 minutes to get over there. To where I probably could have just walked faster. What the issue is, or if she hurt, or what's going on.
Yeah, so when you find her, her right leg is completely shredded.
Like, it got shot.
Multiple times. Like, it's basically not there.
Alright. I am going to tell Ace to wait this trip, and we're going to take Bree first. Since we're already loaded up with prisoners.
That's all right. I'll wait.
And I will get Bree pulled into the vehicle so we can take her back and get her fixed up. And as we're driving away, I'll say, and seeing the driving that we're experiencing, Ace, it might be safer if you just walked the prisoners back. It also might be quicker.
Yeah, I'll do that.
We'll drive the vehicle out for any more goods that we need to grab, but have any of them that feel like it carry anything that they can that looks of any value, especially militarily for us. Or for repairing the ship. And then I'll be done.
All right. So eventually, you guys are able to get all the various prisoners back to the ship. You're able to get the equipment back to the ship. You're able to get the raw materials back to the ship. And for Gizmo and those that have the skill sets to do so, begin really focusing and working on getting the ship repaired and patched up to where it is safe to return to a vacuum.
I will also ask anyone that's not working on repairing the ship if anyone knows how to drive a car.
Okay.
Or ATV.
There are a couple that do.
I will ask one of them to drive because the cat is scary. And we'll drive back over and grab any other goods or people that are left. Or
Okay.
Sure. Have somebody else drive because your mechanic's too busy. You're actually doing something useful and repairing the ship.
Also, we'll remove the couple of logs from the trees that he uprooted and just carried with him while he was driving. So it looks like in a jungle area, we'd have a top speed of somewhere between 20 and 40 miles an hour in this thing.
Sounds about right from what I remember reading on it.
Yeah, because jungle reduces it down to half to a quarter, depending on how bad it is.
Yeah, this is
And top-
lighter, so you'd be closer to the high end of that.
Okay. And top speed is 80 miles per hour or 40 yards per second. So, yeah, we can get going about 40, 30, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
Be a lot quicker than walking.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's a lot faster than walking.
we'll head back, see if we can't find Ace, and see how far he's gotten, if any of the prisoners were weak that need a lift. And if not, we'll just go and grab whatever's left of value.
Yeah, for the most part, they are in pretty good health. A slave in good health is more valuable, so
Yep.
they have generally been cared for. One of the first things you guys have to start working on when you guys get back to the ship, other than, of course, repairing the ship, is working through and getting slave collars removed. After that, Amarin calls the group of you, in this case, basically the three of you, Gizmo, Ace, and Bill, kind of calls you in and just Why am I spacing on the term for it?
Debrief.
Thank you. Yes, a debrief.
I would like to give him my debrief while I'm still in my armor.
You are certainly free to do so.
And I will tell him how I charged the fence while Bree and Ace took out most of their people, and I was able to knock over the fence and clear the room and
With a
karate
stick.
kick a helmet or karate kick a grenade back at the guy before I commandeered our new vehicle. And yeah, that was pretty much it. And I'll tell him that whole thing as if that was the entire story. Just like that.
I don't know if he believes it.
I say, unfortunately for Bill, he has been around Bill for a while at this point.
Yes, which means, yeah.
He's
I'm
very,
gonna keep working on the
very
ship the whole
aware
time.
that there is stuff that's been left out of that.
From Bill's perspective, Bill is being 100% honest.
He recognizes that. He also knows that that's not the entirety of the story. And for that, he looks towards Ace and Gizmo, and
We went, we saw crap, we got attacked by spiders, I got shot in the head.
Oh, I also opened their prisoner's door with my axe.
We stole an ATV. And I have new guns.
You don't know that they're guns.
It's military equipment, it's gonna be guns!
For all you know, it's body armor.
It's gonna be guns when I'm done with it!
He's just going to build a plate carrier launcher that just shoots body armor plates.
I will gladly build a armor plate launching device!
that feels like such a Gizmo device.
Uh-huh.
I will make my mech suit use its armor as projectiles!
So he's going to, at this point, see it as how Gizmo is not giving a particularly useful story either, or analysis of what happened. He turns to Ace and wants to know your thoughts on what happened.
Go on, Ace. Keep the tradition up.
Right. Well, you see, we're crossing this rather open area, and well, needless to say, we're pretty easily found out. Gizmo went down within about 0.2 seconds, and then
Truth. He couldn't stay behind us like we told him.
I got shot up pretty bad.
Don't walk too slow.
So did Bree. Bill, I don't know what the heck he was doing.
I'm just looking at my arms and be like, I didn't really get shot. I'm in perfect health.
He was just running around like a madman, honestly, with like no direction. Somehow ran headfirst into this fence and just toppled over top of it. Yeah. Anyway, Bree took out pretty much 90% of the guards by herself, and then Bill got stunned by a grenade, and I just finished the guy off. But
hey, don't! You saw me kick it back at him.
yeah, it wasn't. How do I say this without maybe making a fool of you? I saw you kick it back at him, but if you know anything about that type of weaponry, then you'd also know it was a little too late to do that. You might as well just like shoved it in your mouth. But anyway, he got stunned up for a few minutes. I took the guy out. Gizmo finished up up top in the guardhouse, there was a dude just kind of hunkered down there. And that's about it. These guys had some really cool laser weaponry, though. I mean, fully decked out. You talk about real cash, they got cash flow.
That's another thing we would have done when we went back is gather any gear off of them that wasn't destroyed.
Slaving is a vile but profitable business. If you were to do it again, what would you change?
The direction we came in.
The part where I got shot in the head.
Make the
It
cat stay
also-
behind me next time. I'd get a
If I
better
had
helmet
to do
too.
it all over again, I would have taken my anti-material rifle with me, and I would have just stayed inside the tree line. Even though it would have been a farther shot, I think Bree and I could have taken out at least a handful of guards before we started moving in. And if we had taken out, let's say, even 4 or 5 of them out of the 12 or 15 that there were, that would have significantly increased our chances.
I'd also spend a little bit of time with Ace here and actually learn how to shoot something longer than 6 inches. As I look at my Magnum gun, which is about 5.5 inches. My little pistol.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to place my hand on his shoulder. I don't know if I can help you there. You're kind of hopeless. And then I'll give him a tap and then remove my hand.
I may be helpless, but I'm also the only one that gets things done, other than killing people.
Oh, no, I didn't say helpless. I said hopeless. As in, without hope.
It always works out in the end. I've got plenty of hope.
Uh-huh.
You've seen how things work for me. I don't know how they work for me, but they do. I'm sure I can figure it out. I'm not hoping to be as good of a sniper as you, but I'm hoping to actually be able to pick up a rifle and use it. Rather than pick it up to use it as a club.
Understandable. How about you leave the rifle into to Bree and I? Yeah,
That would be my preference.
good thought.
But, you know, I did manage to get us over that fence with no wasted time. I would
No,
rather not have to do that next time.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that.
I just want to keep my options open. So I think maybe some actual combat helmets to go with these combat suits would be good. Maybe getting Bree a combat suit, maybe armoring up the cat's combat or the cat suit would all probably be smart.
It does have armor.
But didn't look like it. You got taken out in one shot, man. Also, what were the weapons that we were able, if we were able to recover them?
Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm getting numbers right here on stuff. As you guys have been talking, I've been listening here.
Yeah.
The rifles are Zil Kalatar Wave Forges. They are laser rifles. Ugh. Let's see here. None of those pulled in here yet. I don't. So pull that in. Okay. Need to care if I remember how to do this. No. Yeah, that's in here. Where is it? Okay, let's see here. Yeah, it shows pretty much everything. It's not maybe necessarily the easiest way to read it, but
Ooh. Should you ace that dinosaur laser? 8D damage with an armor divisor of 2, accuracy of 12, range of 1300. Up to 3900 max. The laser rifle might be better.
I don't have a way to just show that.
Are they just regular laser rifles, or is there, I'm guessing, more stats that you have
I'm trying to.
that you're
That's a good
being
question.
unable to share?
I think they're basically it. I think I tweaked. I think I gave them a hair less shots.
Because the regular laser rifle gives them 83 shots without a reload.
Yeah, I think I have them at 80, just to make it a nice even number.
Yeah. Hiba. Rifle that does 12, has 12 accuracy, range of 700 over 2100, 6 dice,
I cut the range
66
down a little bit
damage.
too.
Okay. Either way, that's a lot of range.
Yeah, they're 500 over 1500.
Okay. 66 damage with a armor divisor of 2. 10 shots with a recoil of 1. So if you succeed by 1, you hit with 2 of those shots. Succeed by 8, you hit with 9 of those shots.
So
With the accuracy of plus 12.
better than what we have.
Well,
In certain
better-
environments.
in long range, they're better than anything I have, because I only have pistols. Hiba's anti-material rifle is going to do more damage, but have less shots,
Is it better than my storm rifle?
depending on the situation. Also, if you're good with beam weapons rather than real guns.
I don't think I have any points in beam guns.
Yeah, so it'd be a -4 on skill there.
But then again, I don't really use the gun skill itself.
It'd be gunner beams
Yeah. Yeah.
for you.
Ah.
Yeah, Geener.
So it is a
Yeah,
very
and
good gun.
And there's other caveats with lasers, like if you're in foggy weather, their performance is decidedly decreased. So that's why I say there's a lot of asterisks behind them. There are situations where they are definitely going to be better. There's situations where they're definitely going to be worse.
But in that type of situation, where we could control when we did it, therefore we could control for weather and things like that, it was a great they would have been great. What was your type of weapon, Sam?
The storm rifle?
Storm rifle. I'm trying to look up its stats.
Does 90 pi damage,
Yes.
range 1300 over
No,
50.
it does 90 pi plus, which means anything that penetrates armor gets a 1.5 times multiplier before final damage. So it has less accuracy, so aiming is less useful on your storm rifle. You have a higher recoil, so multiple shots is less useful without a higher skill. And with the lower accuracy bonus, it's harder to hit those multiple shots. But you hold a lot less shots. And you have a lower rate of fire, so maximum number of shots is lower. You're a little bit heavier, but you have a lot longer range, and a lot higher damage potential.
So I have a sniper.
Well, not necessarily. It's a rifle, not a carbine, so it's not really meant for super close range. But yeah, it's more of like an M1 Grand.
It's kind of like M1 Garand versus M16.
Yeah.
M1 Garand has more reach to it and a little more punch to it. But
Yeah.
you get closer in, and the other one has basically it makes up for in rate of fire and
So your maximum damage you can deal a person if they don't have armor on is 81. The maximum damage one of those laser shots can do is 36 per shot. So you can do 81 with one shot. They can do 36. Now, if the opponent has armor, yours is going to be slightly more effective, but not nearly as much as it actually seems like. So your one shot is almost always going to do more damage than one shot from that laser. You have a Desert Eagle where they had a 9mm. You have a 50 cal where they have a 9mm. 9mm is probably a little bit more accurate. 9mm is probably able to fire more shots more accurately. But your one shot is going to do a lot more damage than their 3 shots. So, it just depends on what style you're going for.
so very crudely here, in terms of the military equipment, between the ones you gathered up and the ones that are crated up, you have 40 of those rifles. You have 40
Okay.
nanowave bodysuits. You have 40 light infantry helmets with light infantry with visor, and 40 laser pistols.
Okay. The nanowave's not as good as what we have, Hibba.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, the nanowave is the step down from the stuff that we have on the whatever it's called, the bioplas.
Okay.
You said they were
Does-
bodysuits?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, do I have a bioplas?
I don't know what you have. I would have told you you should have a bioplas, but I don't know what you have.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
But the light infantry helmet would definitely be helpful. It's a little bit better armor than our non-military helmets. Our bubble helmets, even.
It's the 24 DR
Yeah.
for the skull. And then the visor gives eyes and face 20 DR.
Oh, never mind. My visored space helmet's better than that. I'm good.
I don't think I have this bioplas stuff.
You probably have a reflect vest then. Reflect vest.
Yep, that's all I got.
Yeah. Is it a reflex tactical vest?
DR
what's
plus
it?
8 versus piercing and cutting.
No. What is its actual name?
Reflex vest.
Okay. Because there's a reflex vest. There's a reflex tactical vest. There's a reflect, suit. So there's lots of different things that are similar. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
But there's that, and then there's also the armor of my mech.
Yeah. So your reflex vest is 12 over 4. This nano weave, the vest would be 18 over 6.
Which is better.
Yeah, it's just the newer version. Yours is tech level 9, this is tech level 10.
So it's better?
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Then I will
Now-
outfit myself with some.
Yep.
You will
So
have to do
you'll-
some sewing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll have to do some armoring work because it's not gonna fit you. They're humanoid.
Hey,
I
have
will.
that. Just give it to me.
But
Is it better than the armor of my mech suit?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
I don't know that your mech suit has armor.
For
and it
that,
doesn't
I've
matter.
been. Yeah, I was gonna say for that I've been using the material statistics for steel.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter because they're two independent things. So if you have armor on you and on your mech suit, it has to get through both.
Then I will take enough to outfit both.
So you should just buy a bioplast suit.
Okay. I realize I could do that.
Next time we stop at any world with shopping, I'm pretty sure you can.
Then
I mean,
will
you have to have
do
the
that.
money for it, but let's see.
I got 75,000.
Yeah, I think you have money for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys are doing comfortable on money at the moment.
You could also just go with a tactical vest that you can put trauma plates in.
Yeah, but they gotta be cat-sized, and...
Oh, I'm sure you can find the money. That's like $1,500 for the vest and the money and the plates. Then you have to replace the plates whenever they get used, but whenever they
But
get
the
hit.
Bioplasma I don't gotta replace.
Yeah, it's just not as much.
Wait, so the one with the plates is more?
Yes, the plates are more.
And it's more effective.
The bioplast suit would cover all of you is 15.5.
And the plates wouldn't.
The plates would cover
Part of me. Like the torso, I'm imagining.
the reflex tactical vest or nanowave tactical vest would cover your torso and groin with 2410, and then trauma plates would cover your torso with another 46, giving you something like 60 on your torso. Now that is 18 pounds, so it's not light.
I'm a cat. You gotta
So
go
it-
with light for cat.
It'd go scaled down to your size modifier probably, but still.
Yeah, it would be lighter than that weight because there's a scaling factor for size modifier.
I believe every size modifier change is a multiple of 4. And that's
I believe
uh,
that's right.
multiplied by each size modifier step, not just multiple of 8 for size modifier minus 2. It's 4 to the power of size modifier difference.
Yeah.
So
So
It'd be negligible weight.
64. Yeah. Yeah, 18 divided by 64 is going to be a small number.
that's your best. That's your best possible armor, but it's only going to cover your torso and groin. Where if you did a bioplast suit, it would cover everything. Everything except for your head, which then you could put a helmet on. So the bioplast suit has less total resistance,
But it
but
covers
it basically it covers more and it basically heals itself. I don't know
rather
if you
do
could wear
that.
them both. I assume you can't wear them both.
No, because you can only have one, what do they call them, skin level clothing?
Yeah, one inner clothing.
Inner
I'd
clothing,
rather
yeah.
do the one that covers all of me. And then let the mech suit have even more armor. And just outfit the mech suits so that way I'm no longer just out in the open. I would like to have an encapsulated cockpit for my mech suit. Let's start there. I'm going to rush that project.
So the advantage of Bioplast also is it gives full DR against both burning and piercing, aka lasers and guns. Where the tactical vest does not give full protection against lasers. The trauma plates do, so you still have a lot more there, but yeah, the Bioplast is better for lasers.
I'd rather do that, mostly because it's like the one thing I'm weak to.
And it's one and done basically. That was something I was going to look at with our money coming in, is if there was a better armor to buy. Or additional armor I could wear with my suit.
I feel like you've got about the best you can get right now.
Oh, I can do better. I can do better. I could add a combat space helmet. Combat infantry helmet. Oh no, a space combat helmet. That's the one. Gives me 60 DR on my head.
I thought you were talking just the body armor itself, but
Yeah.
yeah, you definitely can do better. Yeah, your helmet's we'll say the weakest point of what you've got right now.
Yep. Ooh.
Okay.
A hex battle suit. That would be fun. I don't have the money for that though. Well, it's only 200 grand. It's the same cost as our new ATV.
Let's see, yeah, only 2. It's K.
It's K. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna shop all night unless you move us on. So
You should be thinking, I need to go talk to this other, this backwood. Oh, what's the guy's nuts?
Bill wouldn't think of that. He would have just dropped off the people and moved on. He's shocked he thought of it when he was loading up the car.
All right, so Charity and Dr. Torja will have to work to replace Bree's mangled leg.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she got shot up.
Yep.
At least it was with lasers, so there wasn't a whole lot of bleeding.
takes spare leg for mech suit, hands it to her.
I mean, it is pretty mech-like.
Do I think?
Yeah, but she's got fleshy bits on it.
Do I think looking over my mech suit and Bill's mech suit that I could repair both of them?
It's one of those
Y'all got
given.
mechs?
Their armor. He's talking about their armor.
They use the same skill as your mech suit does to use it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Given time, yeah, it's something that could be repaired. You've got basically spare materials to work with right now, so you've got that part covered. It's just now a case of the time and effort to actually do the work to do the repair.
You putting in an advanced order with me?
And how long do I think it'll take to repair the ship?
The ship, I think you're looking at... Oh, where did I put that? Where's that in my notes? Given the work crew that you have just gotten for yourselves, I believe you're looking at about 3 days of work.
Slaves to work.
I was gonna say we saved the slaves only to enlist them into a new type of slavery.
It's that you're
We
free,
saved them
but you gotta help us
We
get out of
saved them.
here. You're stuck.
We saved them and ferried them over to their new work site. We didn't ask them if they wanted to come. We just told them they were.
Okay, with that, then I would want to have a conversation with the crew. Because we know that the slavers are coming back in like another 3 days, right?
About, yeah.
Okay. I would call a meeting like after everyone's kind of back, settled in. Obviously, I'd include Amber in the mix.
Also, what were the negative side effects of the drug that Bree gave for the cat?
Oh, short version, there would be a period of time when he got back when he basically was just hard passed out.
Okay.
Oh, what was that? Where is that? You're, and then near a spike. Oh, actually, I think that on the end itself. Yeah. In short, once you got back, there would be you would basically just be unconscious for a couple of hours. That's what it would end up playing out as. Gizmo.
Gives directions to crew, and it's just like, alright, I'm gonna go sleep off everything. Mech suit autopilots me into my room. Because I'm already conked out at that point.
Alright, I want to have... If Ash can make a roll, or someone can make a roll on Ash's behalf here.
I don't have access to her character sheet.
You do not have access to her character sheet. Okay. I can change that.
I mean, I can log in if I need to, but I'm not logged in right now. Maybe he has a head cold, so it took a while to get down.
Were the eggs still all puffy? When you got over there?
What's that?
Were the eggs all puffy still?
No.
Oh, I took a picture just in case.
They always deflate after they come
It was
out.
about a quarter-inch away from the heating element.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's what I was looking at. Alright, you should be able to see her sheet now.
Okay. Yep.
Assign you a surgery roll.
I kind of expected that one to have specialties. Surgery. I can't click the button. I can see the number, but I can't click the button.
Say what?
If I click the button, nothing happens.
If I do this, what if you close and reopen it?
Charity. There you go. Man, Bill is good at surgery. Critical success.
Excellent. No, Charity's good at it. Bill's just good at rolling for her.
Bill has unwittingly granted his luck to Charity. As she undergoes the surgery to replace something that, which would become a very unusual and very new surgery for her.
Maybe novel, but it's old hat.
Apparently. All right.
You're welcome, Charity.
So Ace, you wanted to get people together and
Yeah. I could just call over the radio.
now
Ask
you're looking
people to-
at, we'll say, trying to get the officers together.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go ahead then and gather up into one of the, basically the conference rooms that's on the ship.
Ooh. I was just gonna say everyone meet me in the bridge, but that works.
Yeah, the ship has 3 briefing rooms in it on it.
Plenty of space. Got it. All right. Well, I have a proposition, and
No. I don't feel that way about you.
it noted.
I finally get to eat your
I kind of
bird.
chuckle and shake my head a little bit. We know that they're coming back in about 3 days. It sounds like kind of a crazy idea, especially given the state of everything. But what are your thoughts about potentially taking out this next crew that's about to come
Didn't
in
they
and
tell
drop
us?
all supplies?
Didn't they tell us they come back in a ship?
Yeah, but they gotta land.
Have to land. Was there a landing pad at the compound itself?
No, there's a road going off in the other direction. Which I intend to, when we have a few minutes, go investigate.
That would be where their landing pad is then.
Yes.
My thought is we prepare and give them a little surprise.
We'll have the ship running by then, or right at then. Is that what I think the timeline is?
If it's up and ready to go, it'd be tight.
Yeah.
First, I just kind of want to know and gauge interest on if anyone's willing to risk their necks yet again.
I think we need more information before I say yes, let's do it. But I'm willing, given the right circumstances.
I don't have any particular objections to removing more of that type of scum.
I think we're going to be on this this interesting rock for the next 3 days anyway.
You seem to have some sort of at least basic plan in mind.
I have a few ideas. Obviously, I'm the same behind as Bill. I'd like to go check it out. Definitely check out the landing pad or follow that road and figure out where it leads. Scope it all out, see what we're looking at.
So you're saying we have a chance at getting even more loot, blowing up their stuff more,
Capturing a ship.
and maybe even getting ourselves another vessel.
Now the question is, how big is the vessel? I mean, if it's as big as this ship, then no, we need to get out of Dodge.
If it's as big as this ship, the best we're gonna do is rig their landing pad with so much explosives. As soon as they touch down, they go boom.
Well, they're not going to touch a ship this big down. They're just going to touch their launcher down.
Don't send
Their little shuttle.
That for sure.
Yeah, like that one there that we commandeered. But if they have that big of a ship and we blow up their shuttle, they're going to start searching the planet for us and come blow us up before we can get off the planet.
So better plan is to get out of Dodge if it's that big. How do we know the size of the ship then?
We won't.
Well,
not until we check it out.
Or we talk to the guy that's been living on this planet and not enslaved to see if he's checked it out already. Because he may have already scoped it out. Or there may be documents or some sort of information at the landing site too. But I think we'd talk with him first to see what he's scoped out, what he knows.
Make it easiest since he's already here.
Exactly.
Amron gets on the intercom and asks to have Jumine sent to briefing room 1. Alright, so other than straight destroying their shuttle, what other options are you considering? Capturing?
Well, I was not necessarily considering destroying it. If that's the route it has to go, then sure. But my initial thought was, well, if we're able to commandeer and take it for ourselves, then sure, that's hands down seemingly the best option.
So, capturing it would be best, whether it's a ship or a shuttle. Capturing any more gear they have. Hey, we could capture them and collect any bounties they may have.
It's almost certain there will be. Probably not bounties on their specific persons per se, but oftentimes there are bounties on just members of organizations, just generally.
Is there any evidence from the gear that we grabbed that would have evidenced the people that we killed? Like any ID cards or any sort of way to show? I'm looking for scalps, basically.
Yeah. You're making me scroll through my notes.
I am. That's what I do.
They have a common branding of tattoo that they have.
Okay. I will go back and take pictures when we're going to check out their landing pad. I will also take pictures of the camp, and we'll have moved all the bodies into a pile. And I'll make sure I show their tattoos and take pictures of that as well. And if I know that I need more than that, then I will. But assuming I don't need any more than that, that's what I would do.
Yeah, for bounty collection, you would pretty much need the body.
Amarin, do we have a deep freezer we could throw a bunch of bodies in?
Ship of the freezer, yes.
Can we segregate them off from the food? Like put them over in the cat food section?
Huh?
And then Bill laughs. Yes.
You should be able to.
Alright. Well, once we're done here,
there are
Ace,
multiple freezers, so.
once
What
we're
are
done
we
here,
putting
Ace,
in the cat
you and
food
me
section?
can go get all the bodies.
Yeah, that works.
What are we putting in the cat food section?
The dead bodies.
Why are you putting dead bodies in the cat food section?
I don't want it in the human food section.
Well, I don't want it in the cat food section. Put it in the raven food section.
I don't think the Raven has a section in the freezer.
Sure he does. As I feed it a piece of meat.
No, he just eats the human and the cat food, so he doesn't really need a
Right.
section.
Put it
Yes,
in the robot
grab the body.
dinosaur section. I don't know. Keep it out of my crap.
The whole point is that we'll clear out some space. We'll use it to put these
Yep.
dead bodies in. That way we can collect the bounties later.
Correct.
We'll fight about it when we actually go and retrieve these things, alright? Yeah. And then while we're over there, Bill, we might as well we'll talk to what's his name, and then I'd still like to do the reconnaissance myself.
Same. I'd also like to check their computer systems if there's any more files or useful information. Or any, like, recoverable computers that would be of any use to us.
I'm on board with that.
No, I'd just like to, gather more electronics.
We didn't take any of them alive, did we?
Nope.
No.
The last one that you just walked up and shot in the forehead, that's the one that we could have taken alive.
Yeah.
I mean, I
he
stunned
pissed me
him. You
off.
could have just tied him.
He pissed me off.
So, that's where we're at now.
I considered doing it, but I'm like, nope. This dude's gonna get a chin full of lead.
So, okay. So I think we need to talk to him once he gets here. Figure out what he knows, if he knows anything. Figure out if any of the other enslaved were forced to help unload the ship or anything like that. Because then they may know. I'm assuming that none of the slaves actually want to stay on this planet and we're going to take them somewhere, but gotta figure that out too. Lots of things to figure out. Is our furry friend here?
Yeah.
What?
Not you, I said friend.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
This is why all the stuff you asked from me is at the bottom of my to-do list.
Oh, wow.
I think the only thing I ever actually asked was an extended mag. You came up with other things, but the only thing I think I asked for was an extended mag. Bilbo slapped the cat on the shoulder. And accidentally, probably a little bit too hard to knock him over. But then we'll talk to the furry fellow and ask him if he has seen the ship that they come in, whether they're dropping off supplies, picking up people, dropping off people, anything he knows about how the resupply event occurs.
Okay. So he'll give a description of the ship. That in of itself is not the most helpful of descriptions. It's basically a case of he's just not familiar with ships in general very much. So
Does it look bigger than ours, like the one that we're on, or smaller?
he's able to give a smaller, that it is smaller.
Okay.
And
but
if he has been helping, he would have seen the hole that the shuttle came into our ship on, and he could compare it to that.
Yep. So from that, kind of the impression that he's giving you is it's somewhere maybe we'll say in betweenish, probably actually closer in size to Snowdrop than the shuttle. So it's almost more like a small freighter. That is what he's been seeing.
That's a very good sign. That's a very good sign. Does he know if a lot of people usually come on it?
What he's described is typically what happens is the people that are there leave, and basically a new group of people are brought in, and they're also along with supplies. So basically they are actually rotating people off.
Yep. So same number of people, most likely.
Yep.
Plus maybe a couple crew for the actual ship. Okay. Do any of the enslaved people have combat capability?
Quite a few of them actually.
Like good with guns or good with melee type? Are we talking here?
It's a mix.
Okay.
There are some of them that are for their respective, race and planets. They are ex-militaries, so they do have some firearm types. Effectively, they got themselves tangled up in human conflicts and lost it, and their slavery was where they ended up out of that.
Yeah. Okay.
And then,
I wouldn't have any problem inviting the ex-military to come kill more slavers.
they'd be very
ex-military
enthusiastic
ex-slave.
about it.
And now we have enough beam rifles to give them all weapons.
We can just hand them out like candy. We also have plenty of almost every kind of kinetic firearm that you can think of too.
And armor for them too. So, question
Come
now.
get your armor.
How many slaves were there? You said there was like 20 or 40 or?
There's about 40.
Okay. How many that are ex-military?
Of that, you have 14.
Okay.
That's a pretty good chunk. That's a third.
About a third.
Yep. So, how did the logistics of the handoff occur? Was there just a couple waiting at the landing pad, and then all the others came out, went and relieved the rest, and
then the others went back to the ship and left. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that how it happened, or was there some other?
That's basically it. Yep, you had a couple of people, guy that'd be waiting with the ATV, and use that to kind of truck stuff back to it. You know, bring people back, truck equipment or supplies, excuse me, and then Yep.
Okay. I'll look at Amron. Would you like another freighter?
Would I like another freighter? Of course, I'd like another freighter.
Maybe I can have a freighter.
Is there a chance that these guys are going to recognize something is up before they even land?
A very good chance. We'll have to figure that out.
That was one of my main concerns. Is, you know, if they were to fly over the campus itself, then all of a sudden, you know, we'd have to have people essentially disguised as much as we can.
They don't even have to fly over. All they have to do is radio down and say, "Hey, we're on our way," and there's no response. Like,
well, I'm much less concerned now that they're coming in a freighter. That means they probably don't have a mothership up there. They probably don't have a combat ship. So I'm willing to risk it. Worst case, they don't land and they leave, and we wasted a couple hours. And built in my analysis.
Yeah, I don't think we really lose much other than maybe time.
It's not like they're coming down in a fighter where if they notice that we're not the right people, then they start firing on us with space lasers that we have no way to defend against from the ground. That doesn't seem to be the concern. So that was my concern of if they're coming down in a shuttle, what weapons does the big ship up in the atmosphere have that they could unleash on us waiting for them and on our ship that can't fly yet?
Yeah.
So.
A ship caught on the ground is a ship that's destroyed.
Exactly. But if they're coming in a light freighter that's smaller than the Snowdrop was, similar but a little bit smaller, how do you feel about that, Amran? You feel like the risk is worth the reward is worth that risk?
If it really is just a small freighter, then certainly. The reality is,
and if they're bringing,
the reality is that as long as we have our reactors up and running, which we should, we have the defensive systems to be able to fend off a freighter, and certainly enough capability to suppress it. So
no, I wouldn't be wanting to try to fly combat maneuvers in atmosphere.
No, we could do it. We wouldn't even have to. We wouldn't have to. We wouldn't even have to leave the ground for a freighter like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't feel like it's a risk really to try. Where I was a little worried about a shuttle coming down and them having something that could hit us from atmosphere.
That would be the big concern, yes. But if they're flying an actual freighter in, then it's not likely. It's either that or something so big that it wouldn't matter either way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, I am thinking, how many people did we kill? 12? 14?
I think it was 8.
Not enough.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking if there was 8, there's probably 10, maybe 12 on this freighter. 9. There might be a dozen people on this freighter. You gotta have probably the pilot and the captain, maybe some sort of engineer and or weapons officer.
Yeah, a handful of support crew probably.
Somewhere between 12 and 15, I think, if they're swapping out 9 people. I mean, how many rooms does the bed drop have? How many people Snowdrop have? How many beds could it really hold? Was it like 10, 12?
It was, somewhere around there. Let me actually just take a quick look here. Well, officially, that's not the full number they could carry. Where is it? Yeah, seven crew.
Okay. And they could have converted one of the bays to hold more people, and then one bay for
less
gear,
cargo.
and one bay lost because it's smaller. So, yeah, probably, I would say
15.
12 to 15 would be max, I would think.
Yeah, with extra people, I mean, we essentially just tripled our original number that we used to assault this place, if not quadrupled it.
Yeah. Now, there is concern with that also. The more people we take, the more risk of being seen we have.
It's true.
Also, the armor that we were wearing is kind of all beat up. I'm not sure how protective it'll be in time. I don't know how long it's going to take you to fix this, Ace.
Let me see. Let me see.
I would say
giving it a look over, but it just kind of depends. If something goes sideways that I don't predict, then
yeah, I'd say
handlings will be.
Focus on the parts that have melted off completely, like my arm. But yeah.
What you need that?
Well, I'd like to have it protected. I still have my arm. See, it was undamaged.
But I thought you were so lucky that you just would, you willing to roll the dice and you'd be totally fine.
It's like trusting people. You trust them, but you verify. You trust my luck, but you verify by giving it a little bit of help.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That'll probably be the last thing I fix on yours. Just.
Well, it's a good thing I'll be wearing yours.
Good joke. That's not happening.
So, but yeah, we'll have to find ways.
We need to look at the lay of the land and.
Need to look at the lay of the land, how we can camouflage people, how we can get as many people there as want to be there, camouflaged and armed. And what the best way to immobilize the ship the moment it lands it would be. That, Amaran, what do you think would be the best way? I think between you and the cat and myself, we could probably figure out a good way to, once that craft touches the ground, not let it off the ground again until we're ready. I think we'd probably only need to immobilize it for 5-10 minutes, but something enough to keep it from just running away the moment it sees us.
EMP.
That's kind of my thought. This is probably going to be some form of electronic warfare.
I was thinking that, but I was also thinking about a physical. If there was a possibility of something physical we could do as a backup.
Because anything physical you do is you're basically breaking something. It's gonna have to take time to repair it afterwards.
Unless I give the pilot one quick pop to the head.
Hey, Foxman, where was the cockpit on that freighter? Do you remember where it usually landed? Or is the window for seeing out of it? If there was a window.
He describes it as kind of being top center. Almost like a bubble canopy sort of deal on top of it.
Does it usually park the same way every time, or does it park point in a different direction each time?
More or less the same way.
Okay. So if we put Ace and maybe a laser rifle, or Ace and Bree up in a tree on that side, pop open the cockpit and pop the pilot.
Well, I have armor penetrating rounds. It just kind of depends if I can get through the window.
How thick are the window and the snowdrop? How would it survive an anti-material rifle round?
I want to say no.
I didn't feel like it was quite that thick. I'm willing to check my own knowledge.
The question
as well.
really becomes how much else am I taking out if I fire an anti-material rifle round in there?
Yeah, the armor on Snowdrop was only 70 DR.
Yeah.
I mean, am I destroying the?
And
Am I taking the electronics with it?
I say that's more than most freighters don't have any armor at all.
70, you said?
70. Yep.
And that's the armor?
That's the armor.
Yeah. So 15d6.
Yeah, it's 7
15
DDR.
times Yeah. So your maximum damage with your anti-material rifle is 90. So you could get through the armor with about a third of your shots. And probably closer to like 10% of your shots because it is parabolic with a higher peak. Yeah, you probably get through about 10% of your shots through the actual armor. I'm pretty sure you can get through the glass. The other option is to use a laser rifle. One of those laser rifles they got us and try to melt through the glass. I would probably know how effective that would be, or Amran would. But
listen, just you guys do the math on all that.
if you take the shot and you hit him in the head, thinking about how the snowdrop is laid out, I don't think anything critical is behind the head of the pilot. It's all on the floor.
It's pretty much floor or console in front of him. Yeah.
Yeah, waist height or floor or sidewall. I think there was some stuff over there, but if you're looking into the pilot, I think you can take the pilot out without hitting anything too critical. I think it goes pilot, and then in the snowdrop at least it was pilot, and then wall to the off ramp, to a wall to I think the armory, and then the captain's quarters. So I don't think
even if I take out the pilot, I'm gonna have to keep my eyes directly on that area.
Yeah, you'd be stuck in there.
Someone else pop in there and try and take off.
You'd be on Overwatch. Or Bree would. I mean, she can't move too well right now, but she can sit and shoot.
Whatever you and Amron decide is the best course of action for us to take out the pilot, I'm good.
Hey, Charity, would Bree be available for sitting and shooting in like 2 days? You stitch her up good?
Oh, what's this skill I want you to roll? There's a skill I want you to roll here, Ash.
Diagnostics, I bet?
No,
not diagnostics,
no.
Bioengineering, tissue engineering, biology, biochemistry, cooking.
Cooking, yes.
Yeah, it's the bioengineering, tissue engineering. That's the one I want to roll. Not roll here.
I thought. Flat roll?
Yeah, we'll do flat roll for this.
Straight roll? Okay. Success by 7.
Okay. She'll have limited mobility. Her flesh is almost like a form of bioplastic, so it does take time for it to repair, and it can't really be accelerated by normal drug-based means.
Like she would be less cognitive awake, or like she'd just not be very good at moving her legs?
She's just not going to be able to move very well. Yeah, cognitively she'll be fine.
Like not good fine motor skills with her hands even? Because I don't care about her legs, I just care about her hands.
Yeah, hands and everything will be fine. It's mostly moving in terms of walking and things like that is going to be very limited.
So if I set her in a lawn chair and use a pulley to lift her up into a branch, she'll be just fine.
She can do just fine with that.
Okay.
But she's not climbing a tree on her own.
You want to shoot some pilots? Now that we have this image of Bree sitting in a lawn chair hanging from a branch.
Now we just got to make sure that she has a cigar in her mouth and ready to go.
I think she can handle that part.
All right.
Or would you
Like
like me
I
to
said,
over-engineer her a set of new arms and legs?
I don't
You
think it'd be a bad idea to have some sort of, as Amarin put it, electronic warfare ready, just in case I can't get the pilot.
I think the electronic warfare might be the primary goal, and then the shooting the pilot's the secondary, so we don't have collateral damage to the ship if we can help it.
Wait, so my EMP grenade is actually going to come in use?
Yeah, if you can in a 48-hour period make it extra powerful and sticky. Can you make it sticky?
How sticky are we talking?
Alternatively, if we get
It's
someone
very
inside the ship, they can always do something from the inside too.
Yes, but how would we get someone inside? I have a feeling as soon as they land and see not their people.
What if we don't need to get someone, but something?
How likely do you think it is that they're going to be able to tell that Joe, in all of his armor and gear, is not Joe, if you know what I mean?
Did they have like full facial and everything? Oh, I guess they had combat infantry helmets.
Yeah, with face
Yeah,
visors.
they did have combat infantry. Yeah. My concern is mostly the voice. I don't know how well they would know each other, but I'm betting if they're swapping out whole crews at a time, they probably might not know each other that well.
I would bet they don't.
I seriously doubt that they spend time with each other during the swap, so I'm willing to bet it's a wham bam, thank you, ma'am kind of swap out.
Yeah. Sam, if you open up the Ultratech book on page 83, there's information about adhesives that you may be interested in. They're very cheap. You might not have them, you might, I don't know, with how cheap they are, you might be able to convince Paul that you already had them.
I feel like he already did fix them up.
Yeah.
Would that be part of my generalized materials that I'd throw like 5,000 at a time at?
That's basically what I would, say. That
Yeah.
Like cover the sucker in duct tape and at it. Thing inside.
Oh, there's so much better stuff than duct tape now.
There's some pretty slick.
Double-sided duct
There's some
tape.
pretty slick adhesives in Ultratech.
Like conductive metal impregnated molecular glue. Bonds nearly any substance and comes in non-conductive or metal impregnated conductive.
How do you impregnate an adhesive?
You mix in particulate.
Yep.
I was making a sex joke there, dude.
we are aware.
A dose of salt. Yeah.
We are wearing.
But yeah, it's a strength 23 glue. Strength 23 glue. Molecular bonding. They also have gecko adhesive instead of just regular Velcro.
Gecko?
That's what it's called. They can be turned on and off with a wand. But you'd have to have the other half of the adhesive
I
on
think
the...
the only thing that can be turned on and off with a wand.
So there are some nice things that you would like to have in there, probably. That's the housing tools and survival gear section that you may want to peruse.
I probably have it somewhere in the $5,000 worth of crap.
Yeah, but now you can figure out what that stuff is by looking through that section. Just make sure you look for TL10 or 9 because TL11 and 12 are out of our reach currently.
I'd have whatever the best stuff I could have and most versatile stuff I have.
Yep. So you got to figure out what that is still. So,
Is that it? Okay.
so I think we've done all we can until we go look at the site.
This sounds like it.
So, how late in the day are we at this point?
Where are the books? Journals. Guides.
Oh, let me just push you
You said
for
page 58.
Page 58. Or no, 84. 83? 83. That's the clue.
Yeah, you guys started at like crack of dawn. We're gonna say it's basically sundown at this point.
Okay. We'll wait until tomorrow. Can I put a point in driving while I sleep?
If we want to go ahead and call it a session here and pick up with that next time, then yes.
I'd rather scout it out now.
Yeah. Alright, we'll bring our driver with us. Potentially anyone else, any of the slaves that had experience with setting up ambushes or anything like that, I would be willing to bring them too. Especially if there's any special forces of any kind, but I doubt that.
No. No, most of them are pretty much regular
Infantry.
grunts.
Yeah,
Actually.
but if there's any scouts or anything like that, I'd be happy to take those as well.
Weird as it is, let me just check Solid's skills here for a moment here.
I also have tactics, so that'll help.
I think I also have that.
This is gonna sound really funny,
Wait,
but you're cook.
See,
Huh?
I was hoping for the really big dude to be the scout that stealths.
As funny as that would have been, unfortunately not.
Yeah. No, I have strategy, not tactics.
I have tactics.
Yeah, I think that's why I didn't grab tactics.
I have tactics in my talent.
Which, strategy is what I need.
Yeah, strategy makes a lot more sense in terms of setting up an ambush.
Yep. Plan of military actions and predict actions of the enemy.
Yep.
Tactics seems more like something
Tactic
that
is-
more active.
Outmaneuver the enemy in small unit or personal combat. So yours is once we start the fight. Mine is in order to prepare for the fight. Which actually fits both of our characters a lot better, I feel like. I'm very much more intellectual than in the moment.
I would have all the forms of super.
In the moment, I just run straight at that fence.
Just all of them.
Okay. Yeah, let's go scout this thing out.
Okay.
Oh, the last question I have for our fur friend is what time of day does the ship usually arrive? Given
During
it's a ship, I'm
daylight
betting they
hours.
come pretty much like clockwork. Okay, he doesn't know. Okay. He doesn't know if it's early in the day or late in the day, just sometime when the
It's
sun is
varied.
up. Okay. Okay. Let's go look at this thing.
Okay. First of all, you make your way back and to the compound itself. The road itself runs off towards... It's on the north side of the compound. There's basically a... Wow, words. And there's an area for bringing vehicles in, a checkpoint. There's like a fenced-in checkpoint area on the north side of it, and even like a little guard hut and whatnot. And then the road itself pretty much runs mostly east and slightly north, kind of out from there, out towards the tree line. So you following that road, you drive for about a half mile, at which point you get to an area that's been cleared out, and a large, real kind of heavy-duty concrete pad has been laid there. It's very clearly a landing pad for a ship. And the size of the pad itself, for you, Bill, being a pilot, you would recognize that, that about aligns with what he's describing in size. The pad's about the right size for that.
Okay, makes sense. Is there any buildings or anything, infrastructure around the pad, or is it just a pad by itself?
Just a concrete pad all by itself.
Okay.
Probably the notable thing here is, unlike the compound, the tree line is not cleared back away from the pad. The tree line pretty much comes up to the pad.
I was going to ask that question.
Yep. And then, can I tell based on the ground where the car is usually parked?
Not really. There's kind of some faint hints of tire tracks here and there, but it looks like it pretty much just drives from the road, just kind of up onto the pad, probably not really much further.
Okay, so it parks on the pad usually.
Yep.
Probably.
Yep, it looks like it parks just right on the edge of it, and then...
Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, if that's all there is to it, given the direction that it usually parks, because I think we talked about that. There's some good trees that we could put a sniper in.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Looks like we don't have to.
I'm going to kind of identify just a couple, maybe like 3 or 4 of them. That would be the best options.
Okay.
And then...
I can... I'm going to have you make, just for kicks here, make an observation roll.
I can assist him with strategy as well, if that works.
And we're going to have it actually be IQ based, rather than perception based.
Observation is a skill, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
Yes.
Oh.
We're going to use
IQ?
IQ rather than perception for it. I think it's perception based. Yeah, so instead of perception plus 4, it'll be IQ plus 4. Or whatever it ends up being.
Okay. Oh shoot. Don't do that.
Oh! You wanted to get in on the action.
On something that doesn't really... It isn't, like, the greatest thing to critically succeed at.
It's better than nothing.
I'm really good at looking at trees, guys.
It's also a lot better than
successful at it.
It's a lot better than a quick contest. Where it means nothing.
So you were able to... you were able to pick out 4 really good spots. It would have a great sight line and be really hard to see.
Okay. I'm gonna climb up each one.
Okay.
Which I do have the climbing skill, and I want to figure out which one specifically would be the best to get Bree in, especially based on we'll say her handicap.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead have you do. We'll go ahead and have you do a climbing roll, but again, for this one, we'll go IQ based rather than. I think this would be normally Dex based. This is more trying to evaluate if it would be suitable in terms of a climbing position for her.
And I would assume that we're going to be lifting her rather than making her climb. But
Those are basics.
So I have the skill, but it says DX minus 5.
So give yourself a plus or minus.
5.
The difference between your DX and IQ, just give yourself a plus or minus that on top of whatever the skill says. To make it an IQ based.
Let's say also, do you have any
Does that make sense?
lingering modifiers from the last roll?
No, I just trashed them.
Okay.
So it actually be a +1. Then I'll just roll it that way.
Yeah, because your climbing is DX plus 3. So it'd be an IQ plus 3.
Is your IQ 12?
It is.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we bought up your IQ.
I think a lot of it was just because of the skills I was choosing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a good set of IQ-based skills. Okay,
Yep.
so going up and evaluating each of the 4 spots, a couple of them probably would be, given the mass of her body, probably questionable in terms of being able to support her rifle, something for her to sit in. Add it all up together, it's getting pretty questionable if it'd be able to hold it. The other 2, pretty good, but one of them does seem to be sturdier and more stable than the other.
Okay. I'm going to repeat this to Bill. Like, that's the one we're going to be putting 3 in.
All right.
And then I'll be positioned there, and then hopefully we can get 2 more people posted in these like other positions.
While he's doing that, I want to think about the strategy of it. One, I want to think about how on guard I think they probably would be when they're landing, based upon all of the information we've gained so far.
Okay.
And 2, I want to strategize on best places to put people, best places to lay the ambush, best places to put the cat that's going to be throwing the grenade, or if there's a better person, throw the grenade. You know, all the general strategy of laying this ambush.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go ahead and make a strategy roll.
All right. Let me look at my set again, because I. Okay.
Yeah, and this is obviously land.
Strategy. Yep. And I'm gonna luck it, because that's kind of what I expected to happen.
Ooh.
I'm not as good at land-based strategy.
Okay. Okay. So you've got some ideas of what you're thinking about here. General thought is, you know, if they're just coming in, not really radioing, they shouldn't really be on their guard. There'd be no reason for them to. If they radio in, they might be a little bit annoyed or suspicious, but again, probably not highly alert. Then, of course, there's the question of, well, how do you want to ambush them? Do you want to ambush them, try to ambush them on the pad itself? Do you try to let the men from it maybe try to cycle in first and try to ambush them at the compound itself or along the way? And, well, if you really want to make sure the ship stays down, probably better to ambush them closer to the ship.
And how many people should I have standing out in armor? All that kind of stuff.
Oh, visibly, based on what you've Shumine lets you know, you probably only want a couple of guys visibly standing out in armor. Everyone else could be kind of, tree line, waiting, kind of out of sight sort of deal.
Okay.
What's the distance from tree line to, let's say, center of the pad? Now, I understand the guys that are switching out are not going to be at the center of the pad, but that at least gives me, like, the longest distance.
I'm gonna have to pull something up here and find to measure that out for you. Get this thing started here.
It also gives me a rough understanding of potentially how far the cockpit will be, or the bridge will be.
Oh, do I have open it. Okay. Snowdrop. Just get it open. I don't remember what dimensions are off the top of my head. We're gonna use that as a point of reference because that's pretty close. Really? Really? Why did you use those units? I have to do math.
Because you could.
Let's do yards. All right, so that's 40. So you're looking at about 40 yards.
Okay.
I should probably actually note that so I don't have to do that. I don't find myself doing that math again later in this week.
Which, if they're coming off the off ramp and at the bottom of that, probably closer to 30 or 20.
It'd be, yeah, you're looking
Depending
about
where
20. Looking about, yeah, you're probably looking, 20 is probably the pretty close number for that.
The farthest. Yeah.
Trying to think if there's anything else.
Other than needing to know what firearm I should be bringing to the party.
Well, are you going to stay up and be Overwatch, or are you going to come down and join the fray?
Probably remain on Overwatch.
Let me do all the fun stuff down below? Okay. Because once we kill the first few, we'll probably have to then go in and clear out the rest of the ship.
Yeah, but we're gonna need at least one person sitting just on the bridge.
Correct.
Just
Until
eyes fixed on the bridge.
Until we get the ship the bridge at least cleared and manned. Okay. I also want to think about what type of locks would be on a freighter like that, where if I have to break in, what kind of locks am I thinking about?
You're looking at pretty much exclusively electronic.
Am I looking at like keypads, or am I looking at card readers, or
Yeah,
chip readers, or
it's gonna vary a little bit based on the ship. Chip readers is pretty much, I'll say, the standards. That's what most likely we're gonna have, where it's basically just, the chips that are kind of your ID chip is you live with, gets coded to the ship, and that's what is your key.
if I know the ID chip, well, I would know. Bill would know. Could I cut out the ID chip from the dead guy and use it, or is it deactivate when the body dies?
They do run off of, we'll say, body power. That said, they're basically permanent storage devices. So yeah, if it gets repowered, it'll behave just like the person that you killed.
You could just knock them unconscious too, and drag them around and put their body to the lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be good to. I mean, that is an option also. But if none of them come out and trying to break our way in,
Yeah. Could have the big, like 2-ton dude.
Cherry could install one of those IDs into the Crow, and we could use that.
Mm.
Don't like that.
No, not my Raven. No.
See, Sam, I just don't treat any animals well. I call his Raven a crow.
Going back to the computer systems at the compound itself. We don't have to do this tonight. We can do it next week. I don't care. But just trying to stay on task and make sure we get all the information that we can.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You
all right,
cut
Bill,
out.
This is kind of your superpower, Bill. So I need you to get on those computers and see what we can find.
First, I'm going to see if if I can just grab and take the whole thing back to the ship with us, so I don't have to sit here.
Yeah. The computer systems are,
And if so,
nothing fancy.
Yeah.
In fact, it looks like probably about the only thing they're really used for is basically just control systems for some of the electronic stuff that's around here.
Yeah. So, if I can tell quickly, I might give it 5 minutes just to look around and see if there's anything of use on them.
Yeah, the reality is
Either
not
way,
really.
I'm going to take them back because they're computers. I'll take them back just to have something to play with.
Yeah, they're basically small computers.
I don't think I ever put the point in hacking I meant to once I got my computer programming done.
Well, instead of driving, how about you put it in hacking?
No, I'm going to put it in both. I've got like 12 points saved up. I'm good. All right. Well, we'll grab all their computer systems. And then, heck, why not? Well, if there's any good food in there, we'll grab that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
got
a lot of
space.
food is, I mean, pretty standard preserved foods, but it's food that absolutely you can take aboard and
we got all these extra mouths to feed that we didn't have when we provisioned the ship, so it might be helpful.
Yep, and they are supplied to feed that many mouths.
Alright, so we'll do that, and then go back, and I will draw up a little map of the terrain that we had, and we can mark the ship in the direction that it's supposed to land, and point out whoever is our best sharpshooters. Maybe even have a day take them out the beam rifles and test everyone out, see who's our best shot. Put them up in the trees. Would they be able to see the ramp from up in the trees? Like at the bottom of the ramp.
Oh, assuming, which most freighters are, that ramp is near one of the edges of the ship, then yes. If it's like the ramp's in the middle of the ship, then the ship's overhanging it, probably not.
Okay.
But that would not be what you would expect from a freighter.
Yeah. So we'll just put our best shooters up in the trees. I'm assuming also if we use our radio when we're right next to them, they'll be able to tell that we used our radio. And probably hear what's on it. Or would they be secured to where?
I mean, they'd at least be able to detect the transmission of it. I believe pedantically, they're all technically encrypted, so they wouldn't necessarily be able to intercept what was said, just that something was said.
Okay. Okay. And if they don't have, if they're not on high alert, they may or may not even react to that.
They may not even be watching for it.
Yep.
So I think you can have modifications for other stuff beyond just like encryption stuff. But
yeah, you can. I remember seeing that, but that's fine. That's more than we would have readily available.
Yeah, you guys basically just have standard communicators, which I believe have basic encryption on them at TL10.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. I'll tell everyone the game plan. Basically, having everyone except for like 3 of the most aggressive of our, well, maybe not most aggressive. The 3 most skilled in melee, wrestling and grappling and whatnot, can stand out by the car, and everyone else can wait in the tree line. And then, as they unload, we'll give a signal via the intercom, via the radio, which will be for the cat to throw his EMP, and a second signal to start shooting. And we'll have a third signal called kill the pilot for the snipers to kill the pilot.
And now we shall all proceed to forget this plan come next week.
Yep.
Exactly.
1000%.
Exactly. So.
Before I forget, because I know I'm going to. The armor, I'm gonna try and repair it.
Yeah, see how far you can get in 48 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking that up. It's time to do it is based upon how much DR is being repaired. Where was that? Oh, come on. Skill points divided by 2 DR per hour. So that's your standard rate of repair. So for this case, whatever the armory skill is.
It's an 11.
So 11 over
It's an 11 for
2.
the die.
Yeah. So 60 R per hour is what you can repair.
Okay. How many times do you want me to roll it?
Oh, you don't have to roll. It's just a...
That's just it. Okay.
Yep.
60 R per hour. Okay.
How much does he need to repair?
there's a
Given
lot
how
of
high
time.
DR your armor is, that's going to be a lot.
I mean, my left arm, it was completely gone. Do we just assume the whole thing needs repaired from
Pretty much.
0 to 60,
Yeah,
I think it is?
it's basically from 0.
Whatever the lowest point is.
Yep.
Okay. And then the last question is, how much
So that'd be 10
did his
hours.
have taken off? How much did his have taken off?
His was
Mine had a
pretty...
lot.
Yeah, his was...
Mine's pretty beat up.
It wasn't quite as beat up. I don't think he ever told you had no armor left on a limb.
But I had 2 limbs that I think were really close.
Yeah, you had a couple that were close.
I wrote... Actually, I have notes. I don't think I've deleted those yet. No, I did not delete those yet. Ha! I still have those. Yeah, your left leg was down to 2 DR.
See, you only have to repair like 40 or 58 instead of 60.
Yeah, that's still 10 hours.
Still 10 hours, yeah.
No, it's 9 hours and 50 minutes.
Not
It's
wrong.
10 hours.
Oh, actually, our armors have 75, not 60. So, yeah.
Okay, so in other words, I will be repairing these for a couple of weeks as we travel through space. Okay, what I'm essentially going to do, since there's only like 2.5 days in order to prep for this, I'll toil for like 12 hours each day, just trying to make sure that I take like the weakest of it and at least get each one up some.
Yeah, okay. So if you're going to try to
Basically, like,
do...
maybe 20 DR for everything. Like,
Yes, because if you're going to do more than an 8-hour workday, then there are... Oh, there are roles related to that. Where... Just where in the basic set was that? Alright, long task time spent. There we go. Extra time. That's what we're looking at here. Nope, that's actually the other way. Not paste. Long tasks. 8 hours. Working longer shifts. There we are. Alright. Roll against HT any day you work more than 8 hours at -1 per hour over 10. So if you're going to try to do 12 hours, that's going to be HT -2. And on success, make the usual skill roll. On a failure, your skill roll has a penalty equal to your margin of failure or -2, whichever is worse. And you lose FP equal to the size of your penalty. But you still contribute extra labor if your skill roll succeeds. Treat critical failure as any other failure, blah, blah, blah. Except that you are so exhausted that you cannot work the next day.
Oh. As long as I don't get it on the first day, then we're fine.
Well, if you're too exhausted to shoot the second day, or the third day,
We're gonna try it.
Okay. So you're gonna try to work 12 hours then?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna start with an HT -2 roll. Fail by 2. Okay.
so that's a -1 to the skill roll.
So that is -2 to the skill roll,
Or -2.
and you will lose 2 FP.
But you don't have to roll the skill in order to do the work.
So he's going to have to now.
Okay.
So okay. So then making that so failure by 2. Which means you will not get any benefit from the extra hours. So you will, from basically the last 2 hours, you don't actually do any productive work. So you do get 2 hours worth of benefits, it looks like.
So you can repair 60 DR rather than 80, or rather than 72.
Yes. And you will start tomorrow down 2 FP.
Yeah. You also still have your bioplast suit, which is 15 DR.
I'll just work the next day as 8 hours then because I was so tired. Or no, I can do 10, right? I can do 10 without penalty, but once I go above 10, then...
Yeah.
At 10, you have to roll an HT, you don't have a negative.
Well, going above
HT.
8, you still have to roll the HT, but you don't, yeah, there's no penalty on that HT roll.
Okay, I gotcha. Because the -2 is because I went 12 instead of 10.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, I'll shoot for 10, and then...
Okay.
Success by 2, you should have shot for 12. That's how that works.
How do you know that's the dice? Oh, the dice. Okay, so yeah, so we'll just give you the straight 10 hours worth of work then.
Okay.
So how are you going to allocate your 120 DR across the 2 suits? You going to say you worked on your suit first, then my suit, or vice versa, and just give 60 to each?
Oh, I definitely would have worked on my suit before yours. There's no doubt about that. What I'd probably do, honestly, is I would fully repair my suit. Or repair my suit as much as possible, and then just tell Bill, use my suit.
That's fine by me. As long as when I'm walking into that ship, I have a repaired suit, not a half-repaired suit.
Because it doesn't make sense to have, it doesn't make sense to have 2 half-repaired suits if I can mostly repair one suit and then work on the other suit another time. Because I'm not going to be wearing a suit. Not up in a tree.
Yeah, so you can fully repair one and get the other one to 45 out of 75, I think, is what the math all worked out to. Which would then be another 5 hours of work? Yeah, 5 more hours work. Paul is thinking intensely.
Yeah, I'm just making notes on that so I don't, because I will forget that.
Yeah.
And we're saying Ace's suit is going to get fully repaired now, so that'll be for Bill's suits.
Yep. And when I put it on, I'm going to say, ew, smells like peanuts. Did I nail Ace? Would he be eating peanuts in that thing?
Probably not, but...
or have eaten peanuts before he got into it. He seems like someone that would snack on peanuts.
No.
No? Okay.
I was gonna say, but I could still see Bill saying that, regardless.
Yes.
Bill would still say it. Bill would still say it. What would Ace's snack of choice be?
Probably something fruit related.
Dried cranberries.
I'm gonna say dried mangoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say fruit related.
Okay.
Whether dried or fresh, it doesn't matter.
I mean, you spend a lot of time in spaceships, so I assume you are gonna go with dried most of the time, but would prefer fresh. All right.
Any other prep work?
Mm-mm. I'm good.
Yeah, I will say, since we're basically done for the
I don't
night.
think I need to do prep work.
Except build an EMP, sticky EMP grenade or whatever.
Yeah. And if it doesn't stick,
Literally,
I'm
that's
pretty
just
sure it's big enough.
taking some gecko Velcro stuff and slapping it on my grenade.
How effective do I think his EMP grenade would be against a spaceship? Do I think the armor would interfere with it?
Against
Check against it, or-
against a freighter?
Yeah.
Would it disable, like, completely disable a ship? No. Could it disable enough to keep them from being able to leave? Probably, actually.
Okay. And how big of a range does his EMP have?
No
Without losing
idea.
effectiveness?
I don't remember off the top of my head. This guy?
Guys, I really like my town.
You have a
Your town?
I have a 17 when it comes to beam weapons.
Yeah. Your talent is absurd for weapons.
I don't fire beam weapons, but I'm still very, very good at that.
Looks like I will have to do some digging
Right.
on what the range of the EMP is on that.
Okay. But probably big enough that if it just landed on the ground under the freighter, it would hit.
Yeah, you would ideally want it, on the freighter.
On the freighter.
But because it's not a massive range on them.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, is to see if we actually needed to make it sticky, or if
It
there's
would-
a risk
That's it.
of not having it sticky.
It would definitely be ideal to have it sticky.
Yeah. Okay.
Closer we can get it to the bridge is probably the better option.
And I was gonna say, if you can get lobbed up there, there's going to be more electronics. But
Build a trebuchet while you're at it.
I mean, throwing it like 40 yards to the center would be difficult for most people.
I mean, a slingshot would be enough.
Unless Gizmo can attach a grenade launcher to his suit.
Could he build it into his Gyrock? In the time given.
Huh?
The grenade?
He has Gyrocks without... Yeah.
Is it...
I mean,
believe the grenade's a 40 millimeter.
EMPs... The one that he built, yeah.
Yeah.
Gyrock is, I think, 15. But, I think EMPs could be put into it. You could buy EMP Gyrocks, it's just whether you could put it into there.
What do you think, Gizmo?
I would probably build a separate attachment for it. Because I want access to more weapons. More versatility.
Fair.
Why have one gun that does many things when I can have all the guns that do all the things?
Viability.
Because if I lose that one gun, I'm cooked. Like I'm in China or something.
Okay.
Yeah, technically you can buy EMPs down to 15. But, well, I can tell you the points I want to spend.
Yeah, we can go ahead and jump into points then.
First off, I'd like to know how many I have.
You are at, as of finishing this session, 13.
Okay. I would like to put 1 point into beam rifles, 1 point into driving heavy wheel, and 1 point into hacking.
Set skills.
I want to put a point in the driving.
What kind of driving?
Yeah, there's heavy wheeled or
There's automobile, heavy wheel, bike,
The vehicle that I attempted to drive.
heavy
Whatever
wheeled.
it's-
heavy wheel.
That one.
Okay. Alright, so beam weapons rifle.
Yep.
Bill?
Yep, beam weapons rifle.
Alright, so go with your beam weapons
Actually,
pistol.
If I
Okay,
have...
and then the third one was, let's see, so beam weapons driving and hacking?
Hacking. Yep. I meant to get that before.
I'm showing you as already having
How
2
many
points in
points
it.
do I have?
Oh, okay, I just don't see it in my skill sheet.
So
Here.
for some reason, I guess it's not showing on the Foundry side.
Then I would not want to put another point into it. Yeah, I do not see it in Foundry. I wonder if my sheet didn't get updated after you put those in there.
I wonder if I forgot. Yeah, I wonder if I forgot to do that update.
Okay.
How many
What
points
skill level
do I
does that put me at? Beam rifles and driving.
Beam weapons is skill level 10. Driving skill level 10. And that's
Okay, that's good enough.
for DX.
Yep. Yep.
How many points do I have?
So having with just spent the 1, Need to add tonight. And that gets you to 8.
Okay. Can I also get a point into gunner for beam weapons?
Yes, sir.
Because I'm thinking I might want to grab a beam weapon from our loots.
And that will give you the 1 point will give you skill level 14.
Ooh, nice.
I figured it was dex based.
It is dex based, yeah.
Yep.
And then was there anything else that I probably needed?
Plasma warhead.
I don't think we even have access to that yet.
It doesn't mean it would be fun.
It's TL10 plus. TL10 carat, whatever you want to call that.
What's the skill associated with throwing grenades?
Throwing.
What would it be if my mech suit was doing it?
It'd
think it
still
would
be
be throwing.
throwing. It'd still be throwing, just
It'd be capped at your skill at using your mech suit.
yeah.
Just like everything is when you're using your mech suit.
What skill is it for using my mech suit in general? Battle suit?
I believe so.
think
That
that's what we went with.
sounds right. I'm looking at the wrong sheet.
Can I
That's
throw
why
a-
that.
I don't know how many
Yeah.
points I have in battle suit, but I want to throw in more.
You have 2 points in it right now for a skill level 14.
How many points for the next one?
So it'll be 2 points for the next skill level, and then the next one after that would be 4.
We'll do that.
So just the one skill level. So 2 points.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll put you at 15.
That's pretty good.
Just slowly creep up the numbers.
The next one's where you get into real big points.
I think that's it for me. For now. Just
Alright.
enough for more shenanigans.
IQ bump is what, 20?
Yes.
Okay. How many points would it cost me to bump up fast talk?
Fast talk is currently at 2
Okay,
points in it,
two.
so it'd be 2. Yeah, it'd be 2 to
2
bump it
points,
up one.
okay. I don't want it that bad. How many points total do I have now, Paul? Like 4 or 5?
You are at 6 unspent.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold. I might just save for an IQ bump.
I'm saving for wild talent. Paul, can I get wild talent?
Once you get enough skill points,
Okay.
How many is that?
20
it's 20.
per level.
What does it
Unless
get you?
there's a modifier on it. You can simply do things without knowing how. Once per game session, per level of this advantage, you may attempt to roll against any skill using your score in the appropriate attribute. You do not incur any default penalties, but situational and equipment modifiers apply normally, as do any modifiers for advantages and disadvantages.
Basically,
So-
once a session, he gets to make a roll as if he has that skill.
Yeah, as if I have the skill at attribute +0.
That's pretty silly.
Yep.
That sounds very much like a Bill thing. Just, I am lucky enough to just magically understand this one, potentially magically understand this one thing.
It just works.
But just the one time.
Just the one time.
That's pretty silly.
One time per
game session.
Ever?
Per game session. Actually, well, if you would allow it to be focused on mental skills, IQ, perception, and will, it would be minus 20%. So it would be 16 points per level. And then it would not work for strength, DX, or HT based skills.
Or you could go the other way and focus on physical and not mental.
It could.
But that would not feel right for Bill.
Well, Bill, that wouldn't be Bill. Bill is mental.
Bill's a brainiac.
He magically gains the strength to overturn this car.
Plus, rolling at an 11 just doesn't entice me, but rolling at a 14 does. I'm willing to drop some points to be able to roll something that I have no either. The really useful part is when you're trying to roll something that has no defaults. Like hacking was one of the ones we tried to do and we couldn't because there was no default to it. If I had wild talent at the time, I could have done it anyways at 14. So. Oh, and actually now that I read it, technically, it also works for skills that I have if I have them at lower than my default attribute. It doesn't say I have to not know them.
That's correct.
So, like I have the merchant skill at IQ -6. I could just have it at IQ once per session. Or if we get into a really serious situation where I need to roll strategy, I can roll it at 14 instead of 12, or instead of 8 because it's not space strategy. I think my hacking is probably only like 10. I'd be able to roll that at 14. So, just stuff like that.
12, but still.
Okay. And it's a critical roll, it's an extra modifier I could have, just like my psionic rogue that got those extra dice for his skills.
Yep.
And it just fits in with the serendipity and luck aspect of Bill.
E1 and Team Liquid play tomorrow.
Oh, is Team Liquid who we sent to MSI, or is that what they call it still?
Lion won the second split, and then Team Liquid took second. So Team Liquid is now in the play-ins portion of the bracket for MSI, and Lion automatically advances to the knockouts.
And T1 is in the play-ins. Interesting.
Yeah, they got second in the LCK. Man, Cloud9 in playoffs is just abysmal. They're a freaking joke.
Paul, did you see the backstory I sent you?
Yes, I need to look at it again.
Yeah. Depending on how you feel about that option, it could be they were having a failed attempt to do those things, or they were starting to be successful.
Yeah, I read through it, and I remember at the time it was like at the end of a particularly long workday, and I was kind of brain mushed, and I kind of read through it and went, "That's a backstory," and I need to go back and reread it again with a less mush mind.
Yeah, I sent it to you at 7, so I was like, it's probably not going to read it. If I don't hear anything back in a week, I'll ask him. Or I guess in a month, because that was on May 27th.
Gosh, it's hard to believe it's already been that long.
Yeah.
It's been 3 weeks since we last met.
Has it?
Because I was busy last Friday, and then the Friday before, Paul had something going on.
Oh, Paul wasn't feeling good. No, we met on the 12th. We met on the 12th.
Yeah.
So we didn't meet last week. The week before that we met, because that's when I kicked the grenade.
And
the week before that was the 5th.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think there was a break of 2 weeks in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything is just weird. Time is weird.
Yeah, because Sam wasn't able to make it one time, and then I think it was you,
29th
Hiba,
and-
before
Yeah, that's
that.
what it
Nope,
was.
it was Faint.
29th and 5th.
Faint had a last-minute cancellation.
Yeah, we're both missed. Then we played on the 12th, and then last week it was skipped.
Then I think the 16th we skipped because Hiba went bowling. Something like that.
Yeah, that would have been like a month and a half ago.
That was
Yeah. Long time ago.
Let's get it way back.
So yeah, we've hit maybe half of our weeks in the last 3 months, and we're
Summer's
probably
just hard. Honestly, there's just so many things going on this summer.
oh, not for me. I live in Florida. We don't do things in the summer. We stay in the air conditioning.
My August is going to be chaos.
Is that when you're moving?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like last week of
I have
July
5 days
and
off for
through
Christmas.
August.
Move.
Yeah,
We
buying
buy
a
a
house. Well, he hasn't bought it
Mhm.
yet.
It's almost all but done at this point.
You got your inspection done?
Inspection, I can't, that's the only thing left, and that's because I can't have it done until they finish the fence. And I think they're supposed to finish the fence this week.
Oh, well,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, that's quick.
So next week will probably be inspection. Or not next week, week after next week.
Man, they did that fence early. We replaced the roof on our house when we sold our house. We had it replaced. They were done replacing it the day before it sold. Since
Well,
they
part
get
of
paid
it-
by the sale.
I say part of it is because the inspection can't happen until the fence is there. So they have to have it done soon enough.
Yeah.
for the
If it's
inspection to
written into the
happen.
contract that you need the fence there for the inspection, then yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Well, I was gonna say, yeah, because it has to they have to basically be able to show that it meets Edmond City Code for fences.
Well, that's a different inspection. Because you got your city inspector who would check for code violations. And he'd be checking the fence. But then your house inspector or whatever would be giving you a report, not just for code, but for any other concerns.
Yeah, for stuff beyond it, but we're having it. They've agreed to...
Okay. Inspect it all.
Yep.
I don't know how Oklahoma works, so maybe it's not just covered by the cost of the permit.
I don't know either, because I have not tried to do anything involving permitting.
When we put our fence in, we had it done professionally when we first moved in at our old house. And I'm pretty sure the inspector drove by and signed it off without stopping. Considering it was a privacy fence and he could only see the front.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that with it, because the two big things that I'm aware of in terms of the code that is posts have to be concreted in and the posts have to be metal. And you would have to actually be able to get up to it to actually inspect and verify that.
Yeah, ours was a privacy fence, so he couldn't see anything but the very front. I think he just didn't want to inspect it. Yeah, it worked.
Oh, shoot. Alright, I'm going to bed. I'll talk to you guys later.